The northern Italian city of Venice is a world leader in artisan crafts, from mask making to glass blowing. The pandemic, however, has been devastating for many craft workers and businesses. On Saturday, an oversized wooden violin floated down Venice's canals in a message of revival and hope for the city's artistic industries. Even before the pandemic, Venice's artisans were suffering from the influx of cheap imitation products flooding local souvenir shops. Then, disastrous high tides in November 2019 wreaked havoc, particularly for Murano's glass workshops where rising water meant furnaces had to be shut down. The pandemic, however, was a death knell for many small independent businesses. The sudden dearth of visitors meant decimated sales of craft products. Businesses deemed non-essential were closed for months. Then, when they could reopen, coronavirus regulations were reductive and unmanageable for some. Glass blowers, for example, had no choice but to ignore regulations requiring objects to be sanitized every time they are passed from one worker to another, as well as the mask mandate. With some sense of normalcy returning and the increase in visitors over the summer, Venice is now primed for its revival. However, the city is determined to forge a new identity that leaves behind its reputation as an overcrowded, chaotic tourist Disneyland. Celebrating and boosting historic and new artisan crafts is essential to this new model. A colossal floating violin hoped to emphasize that message this weekend. It was a surreal scene as the 39-foot-long instrument gently navigated Venice's canals. Balancing on the violin's shiny wooden surface was a string quartet, barefoot for better grip, playing Vivaldi's Four Seasons. Both the instrument and the music was chosen to honor the composer who was born in Venice. The vessel was named Noah's Violin by its creator, Livio De Marchi, recalling the hope and salvation of the biblical Arkansas. The Venetian artist, who is known for his extraordinary creations in wood, planned the violin craft during lockdown last year. It is a scaled-up replica of a real violin made from several different types of wood and with an internal motor. Being an unusual form for a boat, it took a lot of experimentation to make it seaworthy. The stringed craft sailed down Venice's Grand Canal accompanied by a flotilla of gondolas, another handcrafted product whose makers were punished by the pandemic. The journey was relatively plain sailing, with only a minor hiccup of a music score flying off a stand, though quickly rescued from the water. The voyage ended symbolically at the Church of Santa Maria della Salute, a Baroque extravaganza commissioned to give thanks to the Virgin Mary for the city's deliverance from the plague in 1630.